Device.
This device is called the Temporary Autonomous Zoning Device. It's a mobile public installation designed to interact with festival crowds and other public spaces in a playful fashion. It's intended to provoke participants to question their expectations and interactions with the everyday. So trying to hack the festival. So in practice, the device is a literal web of autonomous dumb robotic units in the guise of common safety-bollards, commonly used by councils and event staff to define borders and direct traffic. I'm sure you've seen them around. These units are obviously connected with warning tape that serve to create a moving set of barriers in random configurations. So this one's on test mode at the moment, so it'll probably go all over the place. There's a lot. Oh, there's a battery falling out. So periodically during their deployment, the units will quietly shift themselves in random directions, covertly rearranging the accessible areas of a certain public space. So this absurd nature and the bumbling and useless impediment may invite the curious to explore this baffling arrangement or deviate hapless pedestrians into new paths. So the TAZ Device riffs off philosophical and artistic concepts of derived by Board and psychogeography and the temporary autonomous zones outlined by Hacking Bay. In a slightly more accessible note, it plays with roles of authority and the shifting web of red tape and zoning that is always a pretty lively topic around Perth. Also the yellow vest syndrome, which proposes that those disguised in high vis may be amongst the most invisible members of any crowd. Anyway, so it's designed to be cheap and safe and scalable. It may be expanded and applied to other spaces such as corporate environments and so on, airports. Different arrangements and formats can be explored, as you might have seen in that thing that stopped. Having multiple anchor points, multiple robots, and add-ons such as connecting tape and solar power, stuff like that. So basically it's just a central wheel that pivots using the inherent chaos of trolley wheels to change it in different directions. So it's a very, very simple device. Or we thought so when we started building it. It has no feedback loop, that's why I called it dumb before, I actually quite like it. So it has no feedback loop, no sensors or anything, but it does have sort of basic pathfinding in that it'll eventually accidentally do a U-turn to get out of any nooks or corners that it gets into, or this emergent behavior, because it sounds really good. Yeah, it's public proof, has a safety light. And yeah, things you want to add, obviously, we've got a device all planned out that we didn't have time to make that winds up the wires to keep it taut at all times, using magnets or gears and cool things. We want to add solar power, different configurations, maybe wireless control, stuff like that. That about sums it up. My wonderful Photoshop in practice. You can see the skateboard around all parts. Corners might move around and block off different places.